Lovecraft, and this is
Deb Floros.
And we are here with the best live audience in Lancaster. Get a shout out, everybody. Yeah. All right. And everybody who's at home, we want you to cheer and clap and do all those things too. Yes. And we're just going to imagine that it's happening because I know that you're just as happy to be here. So thank you for joining us, whether you are here on the floor or if you are joining us online. We can still see your comments. So if you are joining us live on the Art Beads website, we can see your comments. We want you to be part of the conversation as always. So you may be wondering what I'm doing here at 3 o'clock and why I'm here with Deb, right? But we stole the show. We stole the show, didn't we?
We totally hijacked it.
We hijacked Julie's show. We did. This was Julie's time slot, and we stole it.
And she gave us permission to steal it, really.
Is it really stealing?
I don't know. I mean, if she said okay, I mean, it's probably all right, right?
I hope so. I hope so. Regardless, whether Julie approves or not, which I think she probably does. I think she does.
Yeah.
We're going to do a really cool project for you guys, and we've got some really beautiful crystal blends for you guys that are unbelievable. So those of you who are here live in person, you're going to have the opportunity to grab those over at the booth, which is right behind where all of these cameras are. So you can grab those live and in person. If you are joining us from home, you can grab those on the website, and you're going to get an up close and personal look at each and every one of these beautiful blends, as well as some others that we'll talk about here in just a second. And we're going to show you guys a little bit of we probably won't do the whole project, but I will show you the finished piece, a little bit of a earrings project that Julie put together using these beautiful beads. So
not only did we hijack her show, we hijacked her earrings too.
We did. We took her show, we took her project, we took her beads.
How fun is that?
I know, right? All right, so we're probably going to get started with that, but I do want to mention that if you are here in the audience, we like to give away things to you guys.
Free things.
Free things. Yeah, they're free, of course. That's the most important part, right? We're going to give them to you for free. I'm not just going to walk out there and be like, I need your $5, please. We're going to give you guys some freebies, and yeah, we want you guys to be entertained and have a good time while you're here. And maybe when you are finished taking a look at this project, you will be inspired to check out some of the other items that we've got here at the booth. They're also available online, so those of you at home can check those out as well. We've got designer blends that were put together by the Art Beads design team. Some really beautiful things, as well as some amazing new tulip products as well. So you definitely want to check all of those things out, whether you're here or you are joining us online. So let's make something sparkly, Deb.
Yes, these beads are so incredible. I mean, I love all beads. I mean, I'm not gonna, candy coat it. I love them all.
Yeah.
But these are extra special.
Oh, I
They're
think so.
Just so extra sparkly, so sweet, small. They're beautiful.
They absolutely are beautiful, and they are blends, which is very similar to the blends that we do, or that you guys did, because I wasn't in at the warehouse the last time, but that the team put together. What's great as a customer, from a customer standpoint, or a maker standpoint, I should say, is that you guys, we do all of the hard work for you. So we put together these color palettes, and maybe we put together a color palette that you're not necessarily used to using. It might help you to grow creatively if it's a color palette that maybe it's got some teal color in there that you like, but maybe the yellow you're not so much. It's a great way to stretch yourself creatively. So
agree.
Yeah, so let these be an inspiration to you. Let's take a look at what we've got here. First, let me pull this up here. I'm going to let you show off some of these. I'm going to pull up the website because I said we could see comments, but yet here I am not seeing comments.
So I'm really gravitating towards, this one's called Bridal Bling. And this is just like a clear, and one is like almost a light gold. So I don't necessarily think bridal 100%, but these are the kinds of mixes that you put with bold colors.
Oh yeah.
And they're perfect for everything. Am I dumping out to show?
Dump away,
if
please.
I can actually get the top
I want to
off
see
of
those.
this?
I know they're a little tight, but
oh my gosh. So these are absolutely beautiful, gorgeous beads.
So beautiful. Those are so pretty.
So I'm loving these. I've also in my hands got this one called Hot Chocolate. Now, who doesn't love hot chocolate?
Right.
I know it's the middle of the summer, it's a little steamy, but hot chocolate is one of my favorite things. So this one has lots of, I can't get the tops off of these. My gosh. This has shades of brown, and there's also some clear in this one as well. And it just looks like some have like coffee with cream. So it's just very delicious. I like this color mix any time of year, but this is a great fall mix. So if you're starting to get ready for fall, this is a great one, hot chocolate.
It's also a really good neutral too. There's a lot of other colors that you could pair this one with for sure.
Yeah.
And the same with the bridal mix as well. You could mix that, like you said, with some bright colors, or you know, just about anything is going to look good. And you could mix these with some of those amazing designer blends that we've got, and come up with some really amazing creations. So,
at the make and take table today, I saw someone working with one of our blends and these lovely beads, so they are a perfect match. I saw it with my own eyes.
That is awesome. So I want to take a second and say hello to some of our people who are joining us online. Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Nicole is here. Tu is here. Hi, Carol. It is so good to see all of you. I wish you guys were here in person, but you know what? I'm glad that you're here in spirit, and you are able to catch all of this live from the comfort of your air conditioning. It's very steamy here. It's very hot.
It's a little warm.
All right, so we've got a couple more of these, and then I'm going to show you guys some earrings that we're going to put together that Julie put together. So this is Julie's design, but I've got Sandy Beaches. That's the one that I have in front of me here. It is a couple of really beautiful shades of blue, and then there is also like a kind of like a very light topaz that is in this one as well. We've got a Christmas Eve mix that is exactly what you think it is, and is absolutely spectacular. These lids do not want to come off.
I know.
So this one, of course, is beautiful reds and greens, a couple of different shades of red, a couple of different shades of green, and of course the clear that goes with absolutely everything. And then we have two purple mixes here. I'm going to give you the Peaceful Purple, and then I have Lilac Fields. So these are a little different. This one, the Lilac Fields, has a couple of shades of purple in it, as well as some green. And then the one that Deb has got...
the top just flew onto the floor. Fantastic.
It's okay. It's all right.
Oh, this purple is absolutely
that is so
spectacular.
great. It looks really good on our bead mat too.
Yes, it really does.
It looks awesome.
Oh, I love it. That's beautiful.
That is so pretty. So a couple of different shades of purple in that one. That's really, really nice.
And that one's got purple with green.
Yeah, yeah. So this one's got a little extra pop of that fields element to it. So super, super pretty. And again, there's blends back there that would mix with these that would look amazing. So definitely want to take advantage of all of those. All right, so I'm going to show you guys Julie's earring here, and then we're going to kind of walk you guys through this. We're not going to do the full project because obviously it takes a little bit of time, but I do want to walk you through the basics of this one. It is really, really beautiful.
Tell Winnie I'm coming.
Tell Winnie you're coming.
Winnie wants those close-ups.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering.
Thanks,
like,
Winnie.
So these are the, I believe Julie called these the dancing crystal earrings. They're so pretty.
They're lovely.
So beautiful. And any of these mixes would work to make these amazing earrings. Yeah. So Julie decided that 24 gauge wire was the best choice for this one, which I have to agree. The 24 gauge wire is the right size without being an overpowering size wire for the earrings. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of the German style. So
no, really?
Yeah, no. It is my goal in life to convert as many people to German style wire as possible in my lifetime. So I'm using some, just like Julie suggested, the 24 gauge German style wire. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the German style wire, it's a medium tempered wire, so it is made specifically for things like wire wrapping and wire weaving. It's got just a little bit of extra structure to it in comparison to the dead soft wires, which are like the name, dead soft. They're super flexible, bendy, and this has just a little more structure to it. And I always tell people, if you struggle with wrapped loops or things like that, try the German style wire. It can change your jewelry making game for sure. So if you've not had the chance to grab the German style wire, I highly recommend giving it a chance. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to trim a length, and then I'm going to let you trim a length.
That's
Deb.
great. That's great.
There you go.
Thank you, my dear. I enjoy this wire too. I really didn't use this wire till maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I hadn't discovered it.
Yeah.
And I do find that it just, if I'm struggling with the other wire, this like solves problems.
Oh, for sure.
It really does.
For sure. Yeah, it's a great wire, and it's the testament to it. The true test is the wrapped loop or the simple loop, because those are the two things that are like your basics, but they're also the things that people struggle with the most. And if I find somebody in a class or just in life in general that's struggling with those wrapped loops, I hand them a piece of the Sherman style wire. It does the trick. All right, so each piece of each section rather of the earring, you can see are these little sections here. And it actually starts with a beaded chain. So we are going to create a beaded chain with the wire and the beads. And then we're also going to combine some head pins into this as well. You could also do a knotted head pin if you wanted to, but otherwise I would just grab some already made head pins and just make life a lot easier on you for sure. I mean, if you want to be ambitious, we can definitely talk about knotted head pins, but head pins is the way to go for today. So we're going to take a piece of the wire. It doesn't take a whole lot of that to create these wrapped loops. So I've got about 4 inches in my hand, which is more than what you actually need. But I'm going to come down on that wire about 1.5 inches. And I'm going to grab that wire with my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to give that a bend over the top of the pliers. So now what I have is a short wire and a long wire. I'm going to replace those chain nose pliers with some round nose pliers. So I'm going to come in, grab that wire, and we're going to go up and over the top barrel of those pliers. And then I'm going to rotate, because in order to make a loop, I've got to get the pliers out of the way. So now I can close up that loop. Now I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to change my hands a little bit. Sorry, Eric, got to move over to the other hand here. And I'm going to take another pair of pliers here to take that short wire and wrap it around the straight wire. So essentially we're making an eye pin, but with a wrapped loop, right? We're just making our own.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And of course, if you wanted to do simple loops here, you absolutely could. You don't have to do the wrapped loop if you don't want to, but
yeah, a simple loop, I don't use simple loops that often.
I don't either. I'm partial to the wrapped loop just for the simple fact that mine always are a bit neater than a simple loop. My wrapped loops always look like actual loops, whereas my simple loops tend to look like an egg, something smashed. I mean, it never, they're wonky for sure. That is definitely a technical term there too.
Yeah, I personally don't find them simple.
No, I don't know who decided that
Who
was
called them that?
That's what we were going to call them. They were definitely wrong on that. All right, so once you have created your wrapped loop, you're going to take one of your beads. You're going to thread that on. Now, if you want to get crazy, you could do more than one bead if you wanted to. These little mixes have plenty of beads to work with, so you absolutely could use more than one, but we're going to stick with one. And then we're going to do another wrapped loop on the other side of this. So I'm just going to follow the exact same steps. I'm bending the wire. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, up and over, rotate. We're going to take that wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wrap again. And I like to do the wrapping with another pair of pliers, but you can do this with your hands if you want to. If you've got a really long piece of wire, there's some sort of instant gratification to like winding that wire up. So I'm going to trim off the excess, and then I'm going to show you how to connect these. And then we're going to do a little bit of a step out to get a little bit further, and then I'm going to let Deb show us a wrapped loop with a head pin so that I can add a dangle to this.
The dangle queen is going to let me make a dangle? The queen of dangles?
The queen of, that's what my shirt should say. It should say the queen of dangles.
Exactly. And why doesn't it say that?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to have one of those made. All right, so I'm gonna start the same process again, and I'm gonna kind of speed through this just a little bit to save some time here because I want to show you how to connect these. So again, up and over. I've used a little bit of a shorter piece of wire here this time. Probably more accurate to what you're going to actually need. So how are we doing out there? Everybody who's here, how are you feeling about the Bead Fest? I think there are some amazing vendors here. It's been a lot of fun. I've not been able to like take a real true look around. I know a lot of you see me running around like crazy, but I haven't got to like stop at all of the booths just yet. But I can't wait to check out some amazing stuff that is here.
I just kind of walk along the rows like this because I don't want to look. I'm afraid I'll get stuck there. Like, look at this,
Right.
look at this, look at this. And I'm not carrying my wallet with me. Like,
That's probably a smart thing.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, not yet.
I've been watching all of our friends out here. They came by in the morning. They had nothing in their bag. They came by again. Bag's a little heavier.
Oh yeah, it's amazing how quickly that
And now they
changes.
like literally have to sit down because their bag is so heavy,
Exactly.
right? I
Yep.
see some heavy bags out there. I see you all did some shopping.
Well, I tell you what, after I attach this to the next bead, let's make some of those bags a little heavier with some giveaways. How about that?
Ooh, I like that.
All right, so everybody likes a giveaway.
They like that too.
Everybody loves a giveaway. All right, so I have started that next loop, and before I do the wire wrapping part of this, I'm going to take that tail end of the wire, picking up the bead that I just wire wrapped, and I'm just going to stick that in there and then just slide those two together. And that's how you're gonna make a little beaded chain. Now the earrings that we have, the beaded chain is 4 beads long with the dangles on either side. However, you could make these as long or as short as you wanted to. So if 4 beads is a little bit too long, you could definitely do this a little bit shorter, or you could take this exact same technique and you could make a bracelet, you could make a necklace, and these mixes you could make some pretty long, beautiful, sparkly things.
So if you want your earring to be like a shoulder duster kind of thing.
Ooh, yeah.
I like a really long earring myself.
I do
so
too, yeah. Absolutely.
all of these beautiful little cascading beads. Love it.
All right, so then you're just gonna wire wrap as normal to create your little beaded chain here. And you're gonna make that earring as long as you want. Now the one on the bottom, you're not gonna need a loop for it, so you're obviously gonna use a head pin to do that last bead. But before we get into all of that, let's take a giveaway break here real quick.
Giveaway.
And let's share some sparkle with some of our audience, because we have the best audience. So, yeah. Is it me? It is
It's
you. Eric says, who, me?
Who, me?
I mean, I can get up if you want to, but I can't promise this microphone will go with me. It has now fallen in the floor, so.
Oh, good. Great. That's great.
Wonderful. All right. See, that is one of the benefits of joining us live, right?
Yeah.
Is that you get goodies. Oh, Rochelle's going to do it.
Oh,
I love it.
Look at that. I love it.
So fun. That's so fun.
Everybody, you get some beads.
Yeah,
You get some beads.
You get a bead, and you get a bead. It's so funny because earlier we were trying to throw these out, and they sort of just flutter. They don't really, fly very well. So it's like you're a fairy sprinkling,
Yes.
flutters out there.
Bead dust.
Bead dust. I
Bead
love it.
pixie
I love
dust. Oh my gosh.
it. Thank you, Rochelle.
Thanks, Rochelle.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, so
right.
you want to show us a wrapped loop on, well, first show us what you've been doing there.
Yeah, so I just kind of, I wanted to do kind of a clear crystal
Ooh, that's pretty.
core of the earring, and then I want to add color for my dangles down the earring.
Oh, I love that idea. That's so cool.
The example one is kind of an ombre.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna just do the clear and then a darker brown bead as the dangle piece. So coffee with cream.
Ah, I love it. I love it. So I want to mention before we do any more of the design part of this, that not only do we have these round blends, so we have these little crystal blends that are rounds, we also have these available in bicones. They're a little bit different, so they're not exactly the same. You've got some different color choices in the bicones. Now the bicones I don't have in the booth currently, but we do have those available on the website. So if you're here in person, you can double duty shop while you're here, and you can also have the website, or if you're at home, you can grab those on the website for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nicole says, what did the audience get? Some sparkle, of course.
Yes, yes.
It's me and Deb. What do you think? It was sparkle.
Of course it's sparkle.
Oh my goodness. Dot says we're having too much fun. Listen, there's no such thing as too much
Yeah,
fun.
you can never have too much fun.
And I gotta say, this is the first opportunity I've had to do a show with Deb, and I actually did this without just being completely transparent, because you know, I'm always keeping it real. But I was supposed to do this solo, and I was like, Deb, will you do this show with me? And then we made that decision before we actually asked, like, the powers that be. We were like, you know what? We're taking over Julie's show, and we're doing it together.
Yeah.
So,
and I was honored that you asked, because I've never done a show with you. We've never sat next to each other ever.
I know.
So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so show us on a head pin the wraps loop process, which is exactly the same, but I mean, just for the sake of seeing it, and then how to attach that to that beaded chain you've created.
So I've just got, this is like a 2-inch head pin, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab my round nose pliers, gonna get close to that bead, up just a hair from the bead. I'm gonna pull the wire down, and then I'm gonna pull my wire back over. So I do my wrap loops probably different than others do. And then I kind of do a combination of twisting my plier and twisting the bead at the same time. That's just how I do it. It's what I learned or sort of gravitated towards over time.
Right.
So then I've got my loop, and what I want to do is make sure I've got enough space to have this slip into one of the loops that I've created on the earring chain. So I think I'm going to start at the bottom here. So I'm just going to take, these beads are so small. Eric's trying to get in close here. I hope you can see this okay, Eric. So I'm just going to take that head pin, drop it into my very first loop, and then I'm going to take these bent chain nose pliers, and I'm going to grab a hold of my loop that I created, and I'm just going to get around that bead, you know, probably 1.5 times. These beads are so small, and they're so lovely. I don't want to crack them, so you want to be careful you don't wrap too many wraps and kind of choke that bead down. So now I've got to tuck that little piece of wire in because it didn't quite fit around. And then I want to straighten out my loop a little bit. And then I've got my first little dangle on there.
So pretty.
So then I'm going to add one onto the other side. So Julie's design, she's got 3 little beads dangling at the bottom. That's what I'm going to do too. So I'll have, oops.
Bring these over here so that Eric doesn't have to move.
So I'll have a couple of brown beads next to my clear crystal bead.
Right, and you're basically just doing it the exact same way.
Yeah.
So that second bead is going to go on that exact same loop.
Yeah.
And then when gravity takes over, they're both going to separate, and it's all going to hang really, really nicely together.
They're going to hang all nice and pretty together.
Right. So now there is a little bit of a difference at the top. So let's talk about the top here for just a second, and then maybe give away some more sparkle. I don't know. Are we doing what?
The
drawing. That's right. I was like, what is he? Too much information's going on up here. Okay, so do you want me to do this over here? Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. Okay. I didn't know if you needed to move cameras. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys at the top of this, just so you've got every single step of this. So when you get to the top here, that's the last bead. The last two dangles that you want to add to this are right at the top, because there's not, there's no real trick to this other than just adding the ear wire, and you're going to add those two dangles to that ear wire. So let me show you. I thought this was brilliant. Julie put these together, and I love the way that she connected all of this together. So basically you're taking what you have, you're attaching it to the ear wire, and then the two dangles, like Deb just showed you, you're just going to thread those onto the ear wire as well. So those are just going to pop right on there. You don't have to thread these on differently. You don't have to do anything to these. Just hang them on like a dangle, close the ear wire up. And again, the gravity does all of the work for you. So pretty.
So beautiful.
And a really good practice project too, because you're getting to practice lots of those loops. You're getting to practice how to put together a beaded chain. And then of course you get to play with sparkle, and that's the best part, if you ask me.
What could go wrong?
Exactly, exactly. All right, so let's talk about the drawing. If you have not had a chance while you are here, I would like, when the show is over, for you to go back there to the Art Beads booth, right there where Andrea is standing, and you are going to fill out a card to win one of those beautiful Toho design blends. It's a palette of gorgeous beads.
Kit, blend,
yes, Eric has one here. If you're here live, you can see he's being Vanna over here to the side. So be sure that you fill out, add your name, drop it in the box, and enter for your chance to win one of these beautiful mixes of Toho seed beads. They're absolutely beautiful.
Incredible.
Absolutely. Everybody at home, thank you guys so much. What am I missing, Eric? I'm sorry.
Okay, it sounded like you were signing off.
No. Never.
Eric's shaking a box.
Oh, he's going to draw a name right now.
Oh.
He's going to draw a name right now.
We've got a box of names.
We do have a box of names.
And we've got a volunteer that's going to pick the name out of the box.
Let me get a winner right now.
Ooh.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
That's right, he's taking everybody. You're not reading, you get your name on
All right, let's see.
We have Arlene.
Arlene. You gotta be here to win.
Do we have an Arlene in the house?
Where's Arlene?
Okay, no Arlene. What did he?
Did he say Lori or Laura?
Was that Lori?
Yep. Gotta be here to win.
Oh, dang.
Paula's
here. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Come on down.
She's the winner. She's
Fantastic.
the winner. Yay. Oh, this is so much fun.
Oh my goodness. That is awesome.
That's fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody loves a giveaway.
Exactly. Who does not love a giveaway? That's awesome. So we've given away a little sparkle, little seed bead mix. It's been a fun time. So for everybody who's joined us here live, we appreciate you guys so much. We're going to be here for a bit longer. We're going to be here through Saturday until the show ends. So definitely check out everything that's available for purchase over on in the artbeads.com booth. Otherwise, check out all of the fun things online. You can get the bicone blends online, and don't forget to set your reminders because we'll be live next week as well. As soon as we're done here, we go back to our regular scheduled program. So thank you everybody for joining us at home. Thank you guys, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Bye guys.
Bye everybody.